And then she should do. We're in.
French fries. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. It's me.
Hi.
It's your doctor of the apocalypse variety. You all spend the day doing your respective activities before finally turning in. Ajisai, your dreams much the same. As you remain in proximity to it.
Oh man, these dreams are really taking a toll on Ajisai. They're not sleeping right.
If Ajisai is not like feeling too good and she's just wanting to just stay in bed, Regan would go downstairs and order food and then bring it back.
No, I have things to do.
Too late. I brought bed and breakfast.
And I have to go out immediately in the morning to go pick up a thing.
Okay, leave the food I brought you. That's fine.
I'm on my way. The city's loud. I didn't sleep well. And also the dream, so I didn't sleep well.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm sure I'll be fine in approximately 4 hours. See you later.
Sure.
Bye.
I'll stay here, I suppose. Bye.
I'm going to the potion shop.
I'll come with you then.
Why are you going to the potion shop?
Because you know what?
Is it because I'm going?
I mean, usually I like to stick together, but if you want to go by yourself, I'm swinging by there later tonight anyway, so you just be careful and don't get lost.
There's no way I'll get lost.
Somehow I doubt that, love.
It's
but...
2 feet from here.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I require my love potion, Aaron. I'm going to retrieve it.
Gibby.
You do so.
I have good intentions.
You head out. You walk through the alleyway. The courtyard's still kind of settling. There's still some dew on the grass in the morning. But it's warm in this area. You cross over to Fala's shop and find the door open.
Excuse me.
Bright and early, I see.
Yeah,
slightly disheveled Fala at the counter, looking much the same as you.
Well, you couldn't sneak into the city makes it you too with the city and the sleeping.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Do you?
Yeah.
Is it?
It is.
Can I?
Sure.
Thanks.
We're speaking tiredese.
Did we?
What?
Did we?
I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. Goodbye.
Oh God.
I get my
How the tables
potion.
have tables.
It is in your inventory.
I go home.
Today's gonna be a pretty low-key day. Okay.
While Krusk is having his luxurious bath, I will take a morning shift at the bar because I want to.
Yeah, you do so. You're more than welcome there. You see a few people getting ready, preparing things.
Noting that there are other employees, she's just going to be like, what the heck? And she's going to like watch them for a bit, like, what are they doing?
They're carrying wood.
Like there are people who are under me. This is weird.
Regan,
Yeah?
I'm back.
Hi. When you walk in, Regan has cute. Regan has like a plate of food, like she's just sitting like cross-legged on the floor. There's like a plate of food. All of her alchemy supplies are just kind of sprawled out everywhere. Her hair is just like tied in like a top knot, like looking very just like kind of college student, just going hard.
You're having a good time.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to absorb everything I can. You doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Come here. She'll kind of push things out of the way and just kind of open her arms to you, just like, come here.
Falls into you.
We'll just hang out here for now.
Okay.
Just let you sleep on her while she just
Whoa.
reads over her notes.
The best pillows. Heckin', what's Kyra getting up to today?
Kyra wants to go and find a gosh dang jeweler.
Jeweler? Sure.
Yeah.
Can Maxine tag along?
Sure.
That's such a strange way of phrasing things. I tag along!
There you go.
Right, so, like, what do you need the jewels for, whatever? Yeah, they can getting something done?
Yeah, I'm gonna get some of that, I want to try to get some of that rock we found in the plane of Earth. I want to try to get it into something.
Oh, I see. Right, forgot about that. That's cool.
You interested in getting some jewelry, or?
I
didn't-
just just got some stuff on my mind. Figured getting out of the house and putting some miles would be good.
You want to talk about it?
No.
Okay. I guess they will.
It's just, you ever, like, think? No, don't take it
I
like
do.
that. I know, you read a lot of books, I assume you think. But, I mean, you know when, like, you try to take all of your energy and you put it somewhere and you're like, if I don't do it, I'm gonna explode.
Definitely, I definitely get that. Been in the lab, been in that feeling for 5 years.
I knew you'd get it, I knew. Hair rustle. Right, let's go get those fucking thins done.
You guys spend about 45 minutes to an hour walking through some of the now starting to bustle up crowds in the morning. Street after street, you finally find yourselves in the castle ward, and you end up on the aptly named Gem Street.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's
On
well
the
named.
north side, you eventually see a large building with a prominent sign, a large, what looks like almost a green set, the size of, for comparison, like a bowling ball sized gemstone dangling in a sign that reads the House of Gems.
All right.
You think
I'll
if that
walk
fell,
on.
it'd kill someone?
Yeah, that's a hazard of some kind for sure.
Yeah, cool.
Let's go walk in.
Oh, they got squeaky toys too.
A little puppy dog playing with toys.
That's the cutest thing I've ever fucking seen, I tell you that. That fucking puppy go.
Yeah, it's canon, Aaron. You heard it.
Sorry about them. They're a little excitable. They always love it when new people come in.
Never apologize for that.
You see
Max
a
is
half-elven
messing with
man behind a counter. There are several other people coming and going. This seems to be a pretty busy building.
Hey, I was she's gonna reach into her bag and pull out the purple fluorite. I was hoping you can maybe like make this into like a ring.
But yeah, we can absolutely do that. We have many craftsmen on site. Is there any specific type of construction you're looking for?
Something like this. And she's gonna hold up the arcane focus that Yuri gave her, the onyx ring with the sapphire in it.
He holds one hand out. He's like, may I?
Gives it to him.
He places it on the desk in front of him, and he pulls out a small pad and begins just sketching a rough of that ring. What's your ring size?
Oh, it's not for me. It's for a friend. She's not here. I haven't seen her in a while. Should be, I guess, a little bigger than my size.
A
So
little bit bigger? We can estimate, and we can give it a bit of extra room just in case, and then it'll be much easier to bring down if we need to.
all right, cool.
What turnaround time are you looking for?
I'd say in the next 5 or 6 days.
That's doable. It'd be a bit of a rush feat, but
That should
I
be good.
think I have someone. Rockland is available. A gnomish fellow. He can work with small things like this. Follow me. You're led down a flight of stairs into a sub-basement, and you find yourselves in front of an oak door with just in a very simple text. It just says Brockland, and you just hear a little from the other side. He quickly raps. Don't worry, he's lovely.
Okay.
Brockland!
I see.
He bangs
Oh, you're
on
here.
it twice, opens
Yeah.
it, and
Dog bit me a few too many times.
as the door is pushed open, you're greeted with the sight of a small, almost gray-skinned gnomish figure with these goggles over their eyes that make them look a little almost bug-eyed. They're quite magnified. They turn to regard you almost immediately. See them about halfway up a bookshelf, reaching for a tome that seems to be just leaning as they're kind of pulling at it with one finger.
Oh, you want to help with that or?
I have it.
Oh, okay, cool. I got you.
Down.
Oh,
He
okay.
steps in towards 2 chairs. He finally gets the book and plummets the 3 or so feet to the ground before popping back up.
I was told you could help me out with my ring that I was asking for.
Of course I can.
Good,
Walks around the desk. There's like as he puts the book on top, and then he climbs up into a chair, and his head finally becomes visible on the other side.
Yeah, it should be right there on the thing he gave.
That's within my skill set. Why?
Because I want it to be a gift for a friend.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They pull the paper towards themselves.
It's because I have money. Like,
And they start examining the piece. What stone did you say? The fluorite.
yeah, picked
He
it up.
starts making grabby hands towards you.
I gives it.
Thank you. This is far too much fluoride. I'll need less. I couldn't fit this all into a ring that size.
Well, then not all of it. Just like chip off some and make it into a.
Ah, the dog got down here.
No.
Someone get that thing out of here. Keeps biting
It's
my
horrible.
feet. Oh, he bites my feet. He stands up on his chair and puts effectively a small, what at a glance looks like a diamond-tipped chisel to part of the fluorite, and then just brings a hammer down on, and a small spider fracture scatters throughout, and a few small pieces break off.
You mind if I she'll like reach for the piece of paper? You mind if I make a slight adjustment to this? I just had an idea.
I'd like to see it.
All right, she's gonna take out the like the doodle that he made, and she's going to, on either side of the purple fluorite gem, she's going to draw on one side a little like water, like kind of thing, like a little flowy water, kind of like what a leaf has, but more stylized, more swirly.
Mm-hmm.
And Heckin on the other side do a little like little fire thing, a little streak of fire. That should do it, and just like make gems out of both of that into those shapes. Would that be doable?
Yeah. And he swings his hammer again and breaks another chunk up.
Okay, that's a yes.
I can get this done. If we're talking 5 days, 5 gold pieces.
Done. Fucking gives him 5 gold.
Oh, up front. Oh, big spender. Okay. Yeah, I get it.
What?
You are
All
what I
right.
said.
All right, dude. Thank you, I guess.
Yep.
And we'll
Thanks.
walk out. That was as long as he can get it done. As long as he can
Yeah.
get it done.
You getting the ring made for that friend you keep calling on?
Yeah, I'm getting it done for Yuri.
Why
Figured-
did you say that?
Oh,
You see
What?
the doorway behind you.
I said it was a gift for a friend.
You said it was a gift.
I wanted it to be a gift for a friend.
Oh, okay.
what's the difference between a gift and a gift for a friend?
Because you
Just
said you keep
literally-
calling on them. That's different.
What?
They like a long lost relative, like a sister, cousin.
No, they're just my friend.
no. Just squints.
You're gonna
Right.
love this ring. He turns and slams the
I
door.
hope so. Okay.
I think you're gonna love that ring.
I sure fucking hope so.
So, like, how do you know Yuri?
I met her going on like 15 years, I think now.
That is a long amount of time.
Yeah, we went to school together. She saw that I sucked at magic and offered to tutor me, and from there, best friends.
And you keep calling him, so I guess you guys are in touch. That's great.
Well, yeah, not for a long time. She left one day and never came back, and only recently I started getting in touch.
That's rough, I imagine.
Yeah, well, we're about to head back out, so I'll see her soon enough.
Good for you.
Thanks. Kind of like pats you on the back. You got anything you want in here, or we good?
Nah, let's go look for fucking trouble.
Fuck
Let's
yeah.
find something to do. Come on.
All right.
It is known that fucking gladiators know how to party. If there's a party, they better let me in. Oh, we gotta tell Krusk about it.
Oh shit, yeah, he might
You know,
know.
he's always looking for a party.
Yeah,
think that
he
might
could
be a bit
really, I
much
think,
for-
use one.
Celeste, do you like this Yuri chick or what?
As you see, like, her hair, like, do a little glowy for a sec, and she's like, that's not what it is.
Right. I'll back off. Uh-huh.
We're just friends.
I fully
Nothing like
believe
that.
you.
Good.
Well, it's good to have friends.
It is. I'm glad we're
Good to-
friends.
She'll point at herself like me.
Yeah, you and me are friends.
Nah, shut
And
up.
I'm glad about it.
Yeah, you guys are alright. This is actually
Ah.
pretty much first time a group hasn't fallen apart in a matter of weeks. So
Weeks?
kinda pretty dope. Yeah,
That
a lot of
soon?
infighting. Well, you know, when you're doing jobs for pay, people are a bit greedy and didn't necessarily know how to mesh with people before.
Right. Gotcha.
Well, I was traveling with some folks that caused waves, so. But you guys are alright.
Yeah, I'm glad this group didn't. I'm glad no one in this group has stabbed anyone in the back yet. That's a real one-up from the last one. Let's go see what the others are up to.
Ah,
You finally done with your bath?
it was so nice. Ah.
Well, I'm happy.
The crust
for
has become one living prune.
you. One big old green raisin.
Looking slick there, Bensley.
Thank you. Ah, so
A pruny.
how was
olive?
your adventure into the city?
We saw a
It
dog.
was. We did see a dog. He was very cute.
Mm.
I love
And
that.
yeah, we went and talked to some people about some jewels and stuff, and then we talked to some people, and apparently there's a fucking party happening soon, so that's cool.
Yeah, some
Really?
rude folk are throwing
Yeah.
a party.
Daroon
the
something or
Daroons?
other.
Oh, that party.
Oh, you know
See,
what?
I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
Krusk middle
fucking-
name Party Bensley. You're gonna get us in, right?
Yes, I've already been invited, and I was told I could bring you lot.
Oh,
guy, look at this
shit.
Just
Okay.
pats the side of his face.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any stupid fucking dress code or something for this?
Move your arms off the table, please.
Oh, hands go up.
Clean, clean, clean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's been at that all morning.
No, I told you, you don't have to do it while they're at the tables, love.
Oh, I know. I just wanted to do it to them.
Oh, okay. Go right ahead then.
I'll flick a leaf on the back of the head.
Oh, very formal. These are fancy folk. You're gonna want to dress the part, you know?
So it's not like a party, it's like a party.
It's both.
Is it?
The party's being thrown by, you know, one of the younger rich folk. So they
Okay.
they want to, you know, let loose.
I guess
Right.
that's fair.
Oh, Cord, we're gonna have to go shopping, aren't we? Right. You know, I'm just gonna go grab something from my room then.
Okay,
Be right
bye.
out.
Cool.
When she gets to her room, pull out a paper bird, fucking scribble, throw it out the window, just fucking go. After that, Max will join the others.
All right, we all want to go out and shop for some fancy shit, I guess.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
I can make myself look whatever. you
That's
know.
fair. You don't really need it.
Torin,
Yeah,
I'm
don't
off
need
the
to.
clock.
You're never on the clock.
Thorin.
Fuck me, right?
Yes, but also make drinks for the rest of us. And she
Oh.
walks out.
Okay. That was nicer than I thought it was gonna be.
Krusk, how much
Second.
gold should I take out of the bar to pay for this?
30 gold.
I will take 30 gold.
You do so.
Are you gonna wear a dress, Max?
Is that weird?
No, I'm just picturing it. You would look beautiful.
Nods
Max.
in agreement.
Max
True.
kind of gets a smile on her face and nods. It's pretty. It's a rare sight, but I've had a few good dresses in the past.
I could see it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We
All
might
right.
as well get going.
Yeah.
Make connections.
What?
Head on
Always
out.
do.
All right, you guys start wandering about looking for
Torin, I'm
food.
clocking in.
What?
I'm clocking
can't-
in.
Okay.
You're damn right.
You guys have gotten weirder since I last saw you.
Torin, tell me stories.
You made me tell you my whole life story. I don't know what more I can tell you.
Tell me more stories.
You know literally everything about me apart from the time we have not been together.
To be fair,
Tell
he
me
has
about
lived
that.
more.
Okay.
I don't care if you have to make up a story. Just do it.
You do make your way to the trades ward, and you find a place called Maroth's Fine Silks. You open the door and enter inside. It's very cluttered almost. There's a lot of different clothes. There's some dresses. There's what look like different suits made from, belying the name, many materials, not just silks. But there seems to be an almost horde of different clothing that seem to get lost in. You see a woman behind the counter in a slender dress, a little more casual than most of the other attires, with what looks like a pin tucked behind one of their ears. They glance up at the bell chiming. Good evening. Didn't expect company tonight.
Hello, I'm here to spend 30 gold on a dress.
Well, you're in the right place for that, sweetie. It's a bit expensive.
She's got expensive taste. What can we say?
It's true.
Is that all you're here for? I mean, I say that's all, but...
Oh, we're all here to prepare for a party coming up.
Right. So, I'll show you around the place, show you what we have in stock.
I was hoping for something that may, same colors as maybe this, like shows the mantle.
Yeah, I can do that. We've got plenty of stuff in that shade. Are you looking for like a dress, or do you want something a little more mobile, something in between?
Thinks about it for a second.
You've got a good figure. I mean, why not show it off?
A dress would be preferred.
Right, I've got a few ideas. They rustle through some stuff before producing a it would be the color of your man. It'll be like a deep blue, almost cocktail dress. You see just a few at the base where it stops, just slightly above the knee. It has a few lines in to just add mobility, so it doesn't restrict your legs at all. And with it, they produce some thin leggings, and that'd be it they have there. These would keep you a little bit warm. It's not a long dress, but it's quite pretty. I think it'd look good on you.
She like looks it over, seeing that it is something that would show off leggings and things like that. She seems very interested in that.
If for 30 gold, honestly, I could try and sew. I see you've got a bit of a tattoo peeking out there. I could try and sew a pattern like that across the dress from the breast across down.
Oh, if you can do something like that, that'd be really nice.
I figured it might blend in, accentuate it, make it part of the whole ensemble. Any of the rest of you is looking for anything specific, or we want to play dress set? Because I'm keen to play that. I'm looking at a lot of attractive people, and so putting you in clothes is not contrary to my instincts.
Something maybe strapless, long, maybe like a shawl or sort of a silken cloak of some kind to go over top.
I think I can do something like that.
Some earthy greens or something.
I was thinking the same thing. I think we're on the same wavelength here. Let's see. They start walking. They actually pass by like a pile of boxes, and they move up into what looks like a back room. And they come back with a thin summer dress that it's got long flowy legs that it definitely holds the body, but it goes just slightly above the ankles is where it stops out at. No sleeves in either, just a thin strap, but wrapped around it there's a shawl of a similar green pattern that has almost like a gold inlay that just lightly accents the green.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, I'll get some stitches in that and make sure it's properly fitted.
Right. When you said show off, first purple. Purple's yeah. She'll just kind of finger at the purple fabric that she has in between on her usual clothes. I usually go for something without the arms, nothing too gaudy, nothing too never winter in. But the show off, I mean.
Trust me, you've got plenty to show off, love.
Flex.
Purple, you say? I think we've got something like that.
Arms, it doesn't have to have sleeves. Proud of these.
Sleeveless, we can do that.
And, like, can it be long enough that... And she's gonna, like, look and take a moment to look around her and then proceed speaking. Where you can take the back and you tuck it in the front so that it becomes pants for in case there's a fight that breaks out, then I can just switch it to fucking combat mode.
They tilt their head at you with, like, a soft smile.
I've had other tailors do it before. You could do it, I'm sure.
I absolutely can, love. It's just it's not every day I get such a mixed request.
I'm fun like that.
They pull out a similar to Regan's. It's definitely not a very, very thick dress. It's a summer dress of a lightly shimmering purple silk, and it seems for you slightly oversized. Anything else you'd like me to do with it other than making it a little more combat ready?
Yeah, add some. You know what the sign for cord looks like, right? I pull out my symbol of cord.
Now I do.
Yeah, just like stitch this somewhere.
Do you have a specific color in mind? I think silver.
Yeah.
Probably work best for it.
Yep.
Right. I can do that. You know what I think? And stay with me on this. What I think would go with you, the nice hat.
You know, you're not the first person to tell me that. Sure.
I think with the dress and everything, I think it'd make you look kind of like this, like big, strong duchess. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
not
do
sure
a
if you're gonna
fucking hat.
like reward me for a good deed or cut my head off.
Sure, I'll do a
Like
hat.
in a hot way. Just start walking off another bag. Come back with
this person.
a couple arrays of hats. They have one that's a similar purple to the dress. It's got a few flowers tucked into the side. They look like they're likely false flowers. It doesn't look like they would survive very long in an environment like this where they're real. With like a couple green and orange accents on the side of the hat. They also have a bit of a smaller one that has more of a feathered design to it. They look kind of like peacock feathers. They start a bluish at the base, and they gradient out towards a red.
Yep, it's this one.
This one right here. All right.
Yeah.
How about you? Sleepy. Can I just dress her up while she's like this?
Honestly, at this point, I think she might let you.
No. The background of the place that I come from has a kind of different look to it. There's a bunch of scrolls that were in the temple that I came from, where the clothing of certain nobles were described, and some of it was drawn. I'm trying to remember what they were called. I think the word that I saw them described as, I think it was something like yukata.
Yucatas, huh? I've heard of those. That's like a show, near like the show Lung. That's across the ocean. That's from a long ways from home. Or Dragon Coast. They have the same thing.
Do they?
Yeah, there's it's not nearby, but it's not far especially compared to the ocean.
I've noticed that the culture everywhere around us doesn't really seem to match up with the place that I came from, and I never really thought it was terribly weird till we got here.
The influences of the show Empire and the Isles of Wai mostly are far to the west of here, but they do have large communities both in the city of Waterdeep and yeah, there's a massive one on the Dragon Coast that's not far from me. Well, again, it's a couple of weeks by force. I could definitely try and make something like that. I've never done it before. But if it was something that you're really set on having kind of the authentic material, I could look into it. I could ask some friends at the Artisans Guild and see if they know anyone who can do such a thing for you.
If you could take care of it, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, I'll definitely, once I close up shop after we put some knickknacks on these ones, I'll get the stitches ready.
So you said that the place that the way that I'm dressed and armed comes from is called Show?
I'm not an expert on the culture, obviously, but I see a lot of people from way out west.
The more of the merrier.
Or on the Dragon Coast. They pop in through, normally they come in through the Southern Ward, but they have some similar armors. I think it's called the Isle of Wai is the kind of style that you've got going on there.
Interesting. Stuff I never even really thought about.
Looks over to Kyra.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can looking for a kind of like, I mean, she'll just cast disguise self on herself
Why don't you
and
just
make
do that?
herself have like a I know, but I want an actual thing. She basically makes herself have like a darker shade of red than her skin, like dark red suit
kind
and
of
pants.
a deep maroon kind of thing.
Fucking, and he has like a white undershirt with like the collars outstretched and everything, and it's like something like this with like a snake like up the left side
Snake.
with like gold.
All right. Yeah, I could do that. You feeling like you want? You look warm enough. He grabs himself. I've got a couple pieces. So you looking for white for the undershirt?
Yeah, oh, that sounds good.
They start pulling together a few. It looks like parts from a few different outfits, and they get you something approximate to it. It's got sleeves that they slowly narrow down at the elbow and to a bit tighter in the forearm, where they have some gold accents that start there. Then in the frill, they pull out what looks like another one of those like faux flowers. It's got a gold pattern design that just tucks nice into a pocket on the left side, and from there the actual jacket stuff cuts low and back around just past the armpit. It cuts low and back almost like a petticoat, and kind of pulls itself tight into almost a vest, and then it hangs loose and open at the top. That allows you to see the undershirt beneath.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Figured it looks sleek, something like that. Let's get some stitches in you, and they spend the next probably hour or so just doing a rough of the beginning of a design to try and continue your shoulder tattoo onto the dress and down it. They do the same customizations for the rest of you, and then once they have a couple pins in them on what looks like some basically like these mannequin dummies that they have them up on.
I need to get to my classes, but you guys know what like a circlet is, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna go look for one.
Would you mind picking one up for me? And I'll happily pay you back for it. But just something like maybe like a gold circlet, maybe something with like leaves adorning it or something, just to go with the dress.
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Do you
Gives thumbs up.
do you mind if I go with you to your class?
No? Why? Oh, do you want to learn alchemy?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't mind you being there. I'm just letting you know it might be a little boring for you.
That's fine.
Well, I guess we're gonna head back to Fala's, and we'll meet up with you guys later.
All right. Sounds
Later,
good.
guys.
All right.
See you
See
later.
ya.
You guys head off to Falas. Does anyone else have anything they want to do that's pressing?
I'd say she wants to go and try to find the old Zoblob shop before it closes.
Oh, Zoblob and Dockward? Yeah, you could probably get there in time.
Yeah.
You've been there, so yeah, finding your way there would be easy enough.
Heck yeah. And I want to cast
Yeah.
Detect Magic before I go in.
All right. As you walk up, you see the familiar stuffed beholder in the window. The eyes seeming to track you as you walk in. You see Zoblob himself reclining on what looks like a booster seat. He's put on behind the desk.
Heckin', I don't think she's even gonna make herself known. She's just kind of gonna peruse and
Okay.
look around.
You walk in as you cast Detect Magic, look around and see what he has. Okay. You start walking through. Most of the shelves are bare with very sparsely, you see these different items on them. Immediately, do any of these? You don't pick up any magic as you look around.
Okay.
You find a rolled up piece of paper with what looks like a broken wax seal on one side. You see what looks like a gold coin, but it doesn't seem like it's a Waterdeven dragon. You see exactly a secondary scroll of some sort. Similarly, it seems like whatever seal was on it had been broken. You see an envelope. You see a rope that has been tied into what looks like a crude necklace and on it you see what looks like 4 desiccated fingers. You see something that looks like a claw of some sort, a small knife in a scabbard, a small glass orb that seems to be filled with smoke that moves and wafts around. There is a empty wine bottle that that says "The Wizard of Wine's Winery, Red Dragon Crush," and then it has a stock number. And there is a monocle that seems to be missing its lens, but the frame itself is made of gold.
Can we presume that we are still with Kyra? Or are
they
these
would
all
have,
happening?
if you guys went
She would have
shopping,
split
they
off
went
if you wanted to
you,
go with her.
They would
I
have
would've-
turned them, yeah.
I would have gone with her. Okay, just checking.
Okay.
No one's been buying your stock out, have they?
Lately, everyone's buying my stock. It's flying off the shelves.
Really?
Ooh-wee, yeah. Oh, Zoblob doing so good.
You reckon you remember the people you sell things to?
Every last one. I got a mind like a steel trap.
Did a Malcolm Sear come in through here?
Malcolm's here. Who's asking? What? I'll stab you.
Maxine,
He pulls out a
Eileen.
small knife. Okay.
I wouldn't recommend doing that.
You'd kill me anyways.
It's true. Black hair, shaggy, kind of scrawny looking fucker.
A bookish fella?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was here.
Really? Do you remember what he bought?
My memory
put
seems
down-
to be
I put down a
escaping me,
gold,
but-
and I for every second that he's not speaking answers to me, I start putting another piece of gold down.
After a couple seconds, I'll say, you put 5 gold pieces, and I was like, yeah, no, I remember him. I remember real good. He picked up, this is fungus I picked up. It's from the underdog. See, real nasty stuff on its own, but you can make it into that, that poison. I think drow use that and spiders to make their hoodoo stuff.
Right.
I also had a bottle of something. I don't know, he seemed interested in it.
You don't remember what the bottle had in it? I offer another gold piece.
Well, I just might remember.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh boy, I remember now. Let me just.
All right, I'm gonna ask this now. How much do I need to pay you to have you spill exactly what he bought here?
I don't know how much you're willing to pay.
20 gold.
Sold.
All right. She puts down 20 gold.
All right, you want to know what's in the bottle, huh?
I want to know everything.
Everything. All right. Well, so first, many years ago.
No, about the kid.
Oh,
Not the
okay.
guy.
So this Malcolm fella, huh?
Yeah.
He didn't introduce himself. He was pretty to the point.
Right.
He wanted a bottle of unicorn's blood that I've been keeping for a while now. I got it off of a roguish fella who came in from down south. But he picked that up along with the fungus, and that's about it. He didn't really make friends with old Zoblob here.
He didn't ask any questions or nothing?
No, I mean, he just asked if I got a lot of customers, a lot of people like him. I was like, sometimes, I don't know. Who the fuck are you? I told you I'll stab you. And he's like, I wouldn't try that. You know, him and you are a lot alike now that I think about it.
There, a little bit of a pained expression at that, but all right.
Joke's on him. He didn't have a knife.
No, he wouldn't. You could probably take him.
He wouldn't be
Right.
able to handle me, an old Shanky. I'm too fast.
She'll take the little orb full of smoke, I guess.
Oh, it's not little.
Oh, it's how big is it again?
If you were to hold it in your paw, so you know that pondering my orb is that big.
Oh my.
This is a like basketball-sized orb.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Is it used for? That's used for divination.
Used by all
right?
those clever folks for seeing the future. Or I don't know.
Yes. How much is it?
3 gold pieces.
Buying it for you. Can't stop me. Move.
All right.
Ponder away, friend. Just don't look too deep. It could make you evil.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, right. Let's go.
You know, after this, we leave. This could very well have been the best investment we've ever made, given this place's track record. So,
As you walk
know,
out the door, you just hear, woo!
You good?
Yeah. Just-
Doesn't sound like someone is good.
Fucking Malcolm has to be here of all places. At least he's gone now, but...
This is the second time I'm hearing that name. Someone you know, I have to assume.
Yeah, he was my manager for a bit. We traveled together for a while.
And
but more than
doesn't
that.
sound like you're too happy about him being here.
We didn't leave on the best of terms. Told him the next time I saw him I was gonna, if he was continuing what he was up to at the time, I was gonna fucking knock his teeth out and show him what for.
Sorry if it's too much for me to ask, but what was he doing?
I don't know. I don't want to get you involved in something that...
You remember that talk we had like 2 hours ago when I said we were friends?
Yeah.
We help each other out.
He was getting into some magic that... I don't know. I walked in and he was talking to something real bad. That's all I know. I had gotten him this orb that he wanted. Killed a lot of people for it. Didn't realize till I walked in and he was all bloodied up that it was something that dark. He was talking to it. I knew he was heading down a bad path, but he was a different
Sounds
type.
like some crazy
Yeah,
necromancy shit.
kind of. He was actually the reason we were kicked out of so many groups. We went well together because I didn't ask questions and he didn't give answers. We were quite the team. Divination's not something you should mess with. That guy wasn't kidding when he said don't look too far in.
Kind of like looks down at the orb she's carrying, looks back towards the road. I'm sorry that happened.
No, it's fine. I mean, he's a big boy. He can handle himself, as far as I'm concerned. So hopefully he figures his shit out.
Hey, Maxine, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh. Oh boy.
I'm in danger! Alright.
Oh!
Keep going. Don't worry about it.
If we do run into him, it'd be interesting to see how he's doing.
So, you like this guy, or looking up at you?
We were close. We were close, and I'm going to leave it at that for now. Thank you very much. Yes, we're just friends. We just studied together at school.
It's
We're
true.
just the best of chums.
It's
Oh, yeah,
true.
crock of bullshit.
It's like give her a fucking bump, like a light punch on the arm.
Sorry for being so curious. My bad. Didn't know. Touchy subject.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it's all whatever. Get that.
All right. As you guys progress back towards the Obsidian Halls, and you guys finally arrive back at home. As we return to everybody, Ajisai and Regan, you headed off to Fathers for your nightly lessons, Regan. Ajisai dozily watches you two tinker the evening away. For this evening, Fala, they go out of the way to kind of let you just run free reign, and they wanted you to basically try and replicate your results from the previous evening, but on your own.
Oh, fuck.
So if you could roll me a tools check for your alchemy kit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's real good.
Hey!
21. Yeah, like clockwork, you start mashing up the same compounds and herbs you did the night before, and it's all familiar to you, almost by muscle memory. It seems quite natural to you. As you throw everything together, you, by the end of the evening, come up with very, very similar to the one you produced with Fala last night, a basic potion of healing. There's not a lot of fluid to it, but it's something that seems like you feel like you can reliably produce them. And with looking at all the herbs and everything you used, you could probably produce them on a cheaper scale than it would be to buy them. You just need to get the actual ingredients.
She's just kind of staring wide-eyed at her own work, just smiling very big.
Now I'm impressed. You're taking to this quite naturally.
Thank you. I know it's probably rather advanced, and it's probably far along from what I can do now, but do you think at some point this week you might be able to give me the bare rundown of potions of haste, possibly? I don't expect to be able to do it right now, but it's something that I'd like to eventually learn.
I'm partway through making my next batch now, so you could at least assist me on what I'm doing at the time, and I can give you a general idea of what I'm doing. I think with how quickly you've grasped this, it's not out of your reach.
Sure, that would be excellent.
That'll be our plans for tomorrow evening, then.
Thank you again.
I give you a small smile. Ah, we'll let this dog in here.
This damn
The guy from the jewel shop comes along.
What the fuck? What's up?
I had a thing I wanted to talk about, but I decided not to.
Okay, well now I'm curious.
I bet you are. And you're curious all the time.
That's fair, but I feel like you should tell me.
Nah.
Why?
There's something that I wanted to find out, but I've realized there's a better time.
Can I have a hint?
I want to be certain about something, and I found a way to do it. But I don't want it to be right now.
Well, take your time.
Are you excited for this party that we're going to be going to?
I have no idea what to expect. It is so beyond me.
Yeah. I don't really like the city all that much, if I'm going to be totally honest. And thinking about going to a place that has a lot more people all bundled up together makes my head kind of heavy. But as long as you're there with me or you're here with me in the city, I don't mind it all that much. I hadn't really thought about it until today. But I spent my life in the shrine dedicated to a swordsman who inspired people. And I think maybe someday it would be nice to form a similar kind of place. Maybe teach other people. The problem is I don't know much about the culture that I grew up in. This, the island of Wa? Was that what it was?
I think so.
If everything about Kagetsuchi can be traced back to there, and if the practices that I grew up with are not really based in this country, I think one day I want to go back there and I want to learn more about where these teachings came from, so that maybe I could pass them on properly. But it sounds like it's going to involve a lot more traveling than anything that we've done so far. I'm not sure.
Not sure if I'd go with you.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah. Honestly, I can't picture something more perfect for you, and seeing you get to just live and really be you has been amazing, and seeing you just flourish, and I want to see you learn whatever you can about yourself. And if you want to teach people someday, I think that would be perfect for you. I think that would suit you just fine. Once I see my family again, I would be more than happy to set out with you and go to this island and learn whatever we can about your history. If that's important to you, I want to be a part of it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not related there by blood or anything. I think, to my knowledge, my parents were just commoners who couldn't afford to take care of me, so they gave me away when I was young. My real parents, I mean. But I don't really feel a connection with them. I lived in a very small world when I lived up in the mountains. And I want to see what the larger world that led to it is like. I also want to prove to myself that not everything about that culture is quite as dark as Kagutsuchi was. She won't take Regan's hand.
She'll interlace her fingers with Aji's eyes.
Of course, that's after we settle everything that we started.
Yeah, no. That's future plans, but I like making future plans with you.
Yeah. Make you a promise. I'll tell you what I wanted to tell you when we're at that party.
I will take that deal.
Maybe that'll make the party worth going to.
I think it's worth going to just to see you in the yukata.
Ha!
As you guys are walking, you bump into a robed figure who stumbles for a second and turns back to look at you. You see in the darker light as some of the lanterns begin to light a gaunt figure, probably somewhere in the early to mid-20s, a bit pallid. They glance at the two of you briefly. Sorry, you two probably shouldn't go that way.
Why not?
It's complicated to talk about. Wizard's Honor. He points 2 fingers up to the sky, and he walks away.
Wizard's Honor?
Can I roll an insight check?
Sure. Roll me insight.
Yeah.
Well, the problem here is I've never met a wizard I trusted, so winner's Wizard's Honor doesn't mean all that much to me.
You don't trust Kyra?
I do not.
Sneezes.
They looked a bit tired, and as they looked at you guys, there was a moment of recognition. You see them pass under one of the lamps that just lights under him, flickers a quick flash of blue before turning back to a low amber.
That person said that we shouldn't go this way.
I could be wrong, but the way he looked at us, it's almost like he recognized who we were.
I'm gonna be real with you, and maybe this is just, my nature talking, but the fact that he doesn't want us to go that way kind of makes me want to go that way.
Either we go down that way, or I cast that handy little spell of mine and we follow him.
I agree. Let's be quick then. Cast it and let's follow them.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace.
You turn your backs on it and start making your way towards the alley where the figure had disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
As you quickly make your way in the direction they walked off in, you around the corner and see them just walking down the street by themselves, passing a few people. They nod, make casual conversation. In the light, you better see the robes. A blue so deep that it's almost black with these light silver and gold accents at the collar and on parts of the sleeves. You see a strap along their midriff that turns into a shoulder strap at one point. You see a book hanging from their waist on their left side. Their hood back, their hair kind of disheveled, this matted black mess. They don't seem to be moving in a hurry. After about 3 or 4 minutes of following, they stop for a couple seconds and they turn back in your direction. They just scan the street very slowly. You see them pause for a second as you see him almost bite his lower lip for a second, and he paces for 2 or 3 minutes before he just puts a hand against his face and turns around and continues walking. They proceed on for a little while. They eventually make their way to a small park where there are a few benches beneath some of the lamps. You see many of the magic lamps of the city seem to be just igniting. They sit on a bench and they seem to just stay there for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes go by. They don't seem to be moving.
This doesn't seem to be going much of anywhere.
After a little bit, you see them wave a hand and begin uttering something. You can't tell at the distance you'd be watching, but you can assume as much, given your experience, both of you, that they are casting some sort of spell.
Don't know if they're doing anything important, but on the off chance that they're about to poof into smoke, if we want to talk to them, or get the drop on that person and force them to talk to us, now's our chance.
Let's take this quietly.
Could we get within 30 feet of them or so and remain hidden?
You could try. I mean, you guys have going off your same stealth check. You feel confident you could.
But I have no idea what this is going to do. But I'm going to get within that space of them. And throwing a card strikes me as a very innocuous activity. I would like to throw a random card from the deck of illusions kind of out into the area in front of them. I just see how they react. See what they do.
See, I was thinking Misty stepping to them, being like, "What's up, boy? But card is fun. Let's do it."
Absolutely. Roll and see what card he's from.
Alrighty. I need to do 1d34. So how do they react? This actually isn't a big deal. How do they react to a priest and 2 acolytes?
The man seems to give no indication to even notice them appear.
I think they're capable of talking, since they act as they would. Assuming they engage with them, does he react to them at all?
They begin speaking. You hear the murmurs of conversation from the distance. They give no indication that they're hearing anything.
We will slowly approach, I suppose.
All right. Are you continuing to approach stealthily?
I think we should approach casually. I think that if we're going to approach
Yeah.
intending to talk, we should make it seem like we just happen to catch up with them.
All right. As you
Yeah, I'll drop past without a trace.
you drop the spell, you start walking towards them. They give no sign of recognition that you're there.
Are you all right?
You get no response.
I will.
As you get closer, you see this light blue glow to their eyes.
Under the guise of being worried, I'd like to step forward and try to grab onto their shoulder.
As you do, the glow fades quite suddenly, and they jump. Hi.
Hi. I'm sorry. When you bumped into us earlier, you seemed nervous or scattered, and I just wanted to make sure that you were all right.
No, I'm fine. I'm as good as I could be. I'm doing quite well. Glad to see you guys didn't go that way.
We heeded your warning.
Since we're a safe
never know
distance
what you'll find.
away, I don't suppose you could tell us what exactly you were warning us about?
I don't exactly know. I just know it would be bad if you went that way.
That's cryptic.
Yeah, sorry. It's hard to give clear answers when it comes to certain magical things.
Are you unable to tell us?
Or you're just unsure.
It's dangerous to tell people things that can be, because it can cause... You're here now, and this isn't something that I thought was going to happen today, so it's, you don't know what happens when you change things. I don't even know if I changed anything, but I knew if you went down that way, it would happen.
Do you mind if I ask you your name?
I don't give my name to a lot of people.
How do you know us?
I don't. I just saw you before, you know?
Like a vision?
Yeah, let's go with that. That's the best way to... There's an archway down that road. It looks vaguely in the direction that you guys came from. I just know if you pass through it that you're gonna have a time. Good or bad. Well, probably not good, but...
I suppose we don't want to bother you too much if you find yourself unable to say what happened. One more question. I'm sorry if this sounds crazy. When you say changed, do you mean about the future?
Yeah, basically.
Listen, if you're in trouble and you need help, or you need help changing something, we would be more than willing to help you.
No, thank you. I've had my share of people try and give assistance in matters magical that weren't experienced in the trade. No offense, I don't know your exact abilities, but there are scholars and people that I think would be at least more knowledgeable of the dangers they put themselves in.
If you're unable to tell us anything, you can find us in town if you ever need help.
Oh, yeah, we're staying at a place called the Obsidian Halls. A place, I think, known for helping people?
I know the place.
Yeah, so if you find yourself in need of assistance, or even someplace to hide, do you think there's any reason why we should continue to bother this man, Regan?
No, I just was curious. Well, I'm glad you're all right, and keep your nose out of trouble.
Yeah.
I'll try.
We should probably head back.
As soon as they're, like, out of what she assumes to be earshot, she's just gonna just very casually whisper, I'm pretty sure that guy's from the future.
I don't know if he's from the future, but he definitely has some sort of divination.
Maybe.
I think we should explain all of this to the others. They might know more. They know more about this place than we would.
I agree. Let's avoid that archway, though.
As you pass by Cross Street, making your way back towards the Obsidian Hills, you do see the archway he mentioned. A open steel gate pointed towards you. The street itself still isolated, almost ghostly so compared to the rest of the streets around you. Looking anywhere else, you see signs of life, but over there right now, just seems devoid of anything.
We'll head
As
back.
you all make your way back to the Obsidian Halls, you just hear this low growl in the back of your mind. Ajisai.
I'm
As
ignoring
you
you.
finally enter the alley proper and make your way towards the front doors where you expect everyone else to be. You step forward and the doors don't open as they normally would when you simply approach. You reach out and grasp the handle. As you pull it, rather than the inside of the Obsidian Halls, you see a familiar scene. The back of a massive titan dragging its way across this vast landscape of trees and forest. A void in the sky that seems to obscure 500 meters, a kilometer across in diameter. At the base of this void, you now see just very small in the distance, the beginnings of what could be a tower or castle of some sort.
Does Regan also see this?
Regan, you also see this.
I was about to ask.
That's it. That's what I've been dreaming about. So just to be clear about our scenery, are you still outside the door with the normal town around us,
You
but
turn around to
through
look
the door?
behind you, and you are on the back of the Titan.
Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh my god.
Oh shit!
I knew that's exactly what was coming.
His interference was
Quick.
frustrating, but he can't stop me for very long.
Ajisai's gonna quickly put one hand around Regan's waist, pull her close to her, put the other hand on her sword. You know, we're not trying to come to you.
It's true. You frustrate me time and time again. We sit upon a monument to my many failures. I offer you naught but good things, and yet we must be enemies.
I don't want anything from you.
But I want something from you.
What?
The figure apparates. Open my box. Let me out of this damn thing.
Is that what this is? This is what's inside the box?
No, this is where I am right now. This is not a where, this is a when.
Who exactly are you?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to talk about that.
Well, then we're not at liberty to let you out of the box.
It's true. I suppose you could be aggressive about things. So can I. And they reach one hand out and they snap their fingers, and shadows begin to meld and form as muscle and sinew begin to build up behind them. And you see a colossal black figure appear. They slam one arm down, and you see the form of a great black dragon looking your way. Now the shaded figure, one glowing golden eye, just emitting light in your direction. Find them. Get the box. He bows. Yes. Its wings unfurl and it flies up as a rip in space appears above it in the sky, and it vanishes through it.
I decide, what do we do?
We don't plan to keep your box, you know that? We plan to pass it off to somebody else.
Well, hopefully they're more amenable than you are. Hopefully that handoff happens before my acquaintance makes it an important event for you.
No.
You said you have everything you wanted.
Yes.
Then that just means you have everything to lose. And they hold out their palm in a similar fashion you've seen before as you're blasted off of the side.
Grab onto Regan reflexively. Been done this enough, knowing what's coming.
As we're falling, would I be able to bamf out my wings?
Are you? Do you do that?
I would.
Your wings appear and you catch wind. You begin flying and stop falling.
I would be holding on to Ajisai and try to fly us up.
All right, you do so.
If we're gonna do that, Ajisai would reflexively do the same. That way you don't have to carry their weight.
Well, it seems you can break the rules when you're awake.
What's so important that you need to get out of the box?
It's just very boring in there, and I have a lot of work to do. The same thing anyone of my station wants. To understand the way the world works, to manipulate it.
The best thing for us, Regan, might be just to go back.
One more question before we do. What sort of work were you doing that's so important that you continue elsewhere?
They apparate in front of you, inches away from your face. You just see this void and this one glowing pinprick of light. They lean in, just past you. Ascension.
Yo, so this is Vecna, yeah? Like we're dealing with, like, until further notice, we're dealing with Vecna currently.
Uh-huh.
I don't think there's anything else to say. We'll be ready.
Give Carnifex my regards.
I fucking knew it was
Just
Carnifex.
apparates.
Fucking kick your ass, Aaron. I fucking knew it. Fucking, there's no way you didn't bring a black dragon into it and not make it Carnifex.
I knew it.
Fucking...
As he begins disintegrating, the landscape around you starts floating slightly as bits of it ripping itself apart and dissolving. The world slowly starts falling into what looks like a black void. What are you guys doing?
Go over to Regan, again, puts arm around waist, allows self to fall with Regan if Regan does the same.
Yep. Lets us fall.
Bye, everybody. We're either going home or we're going to the abyss or astral space, the astral sea. One of those things.
Trees below, there's a moment of piercing pain as you feel the tops of them rend through your bodies. Suddenly you slam and your shoulders find solid wood as you both find yourself staring at the ceiling of the obsidian halls.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. Are you?
Holy fuck!
No, I'm okay.
Torin!
Are the others back?
He runs over and he begins looking at you guys. Yeah, they're upstairs and they're right over here. Hi guys.
Are you good? You ran in and slipped on an ice cube.
What kind of noise? What was?
Is Krusk with them?
No.
Yeah, you're off.
No.
You're off at the ladies' place.
The same dream Krusk was dragged into before. I can't talk all of a sudden, sorry. I'm all disoriented. Stands, helps Regan to stand. The thing that is in my dreams is now very cognizant of us. It's very aware, it's very active. It wants us to open the box. We told it off. It sent a big dragon after us. One that I'm inclined to believe is very real. I don't think it'll get here soon, but I think it's on its way.
He said its name was, what, Carnifex?
Carnifex.
And there's more than that. When we were walking, we saw there was a man who bumped into us. He told us not to go down a certain path.
Did he think that was going to happen? Was he trying to avoid that happening to us just now?
Maybe? We were just walking after my classes. So we followed him. He seemed gaunt almost. Had this sort of dark hair, seemed nervous. We followed him into some park and it was like he was casting something. His eyes were glowing blue, and I'm pretty sure he was a wizard of some sort. He did say.
Glowing blue, you say? Hold on, wizard, hold. I sit down.
We need to find out who this box was supposed to go to. There's not much that we can really do to prepare for the massive black dragon that was sent after us, apart from fortify what forces we can and get out of the city with them to not get the city involved.
Aaron, when we were down in that vault, talking to that boy, that dwarfen boy, did he mentioned what his staff could kind of do, right?
You are aware that no dragon can enter the city without permission.
Oh, we live here now. Oh no, we live here now. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Kyra would bring up.
I don't want that either. Oh no.
It shouldn't be able to get into the city.
So then we're safe here.
I would assume there might be something that overrules what that
It
stuff.
doesn't matter what dragon. I don't care how old it is. Dragon attacking Waterdeep is a suicide mission.
Yeah, it's a numbers game, isn't it?
Well, that and they just literally can't enter.
Even if they could. Honestly, that might be worse for them if they could.
So we should assume that if we leave, I don't think they'll get us soon. I think that if they had the power to do that, they would have done that before.
Maybe
we should assume that as long as we're traveling, that this thing could, in theory, find us at any time.
Maybe that's why he wanted it to come here.
That could be.
We need to find out more about this thing, where it's supposed to go, and see if we need to set it on its way. And if not, it might be our responsibility to bear that we have to face whatever they sent after us.
I just wish we had a way to do it now. Getting impatient about this meeting.
This thing in the box is also incredibly impatient.
Yep.
Diacrys said that they'd find us, right?
Yeah.
We weren't given a name or anything, were we?
Mm-mm.
Ah,
Well,
damn.
yeah.
I mean,
If
given
we're
what
looking
we're...
for people, though, I mean, what about that big bar with the hole in it? That's where everybody goes, right?
If we're gonna put out
Yeah.
feelers, how do we do that, though? What do we...
I mean, I know a guy there who can be on the lookout, but I don't know what he would look for. We don't know
Maybe
what
we
this person
could.
looks like.
Maybe we could spread Diacrys's name, and anybody who knows them would look for someone doing that.
Well, yeah, we're looking for a friend of them. That might be a good idea. That's very smart.
Sure.
Speaking of recognizing things, Max,
I don't know anything. What are you talking about? I just think it's weird. Blue, what's up with that?
Regan will walk in front of Maxine and just kind of kneel down in front of her and take her hands and just look up at her.
you can tell us. If anyone's gonna support you in anything, I think it's us. You don't have to be afraid.
His name's Malcolm. This guy, I know. He was my manager for a little bit, and wizard, that fits. Yeah, that's what he does. Magic.
Why is it a big deal that he found us?
Because I was looking for him. What did he do to you guys? Like, you guys are fine, right?
We're
She's
totally
looking
fine.
up.
Yeah, honestly, he seemed to be trying to help us. I would almost be inclined to think that him meeting us had absolutely nothing to do with you, if that's what you're worried about. I don't know exactly what going through that archway would have done, but assuming it was related, it sounds like we avoided whatever the primary issue was.
He can see the future sometimes. It's just his specialization.
Maybe we
If
should go and see this archway.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, if what was going to happen was that everything that just happened, in theory, there should be no real reason to fear doing it again, right?
Worst
think
case
so.
scenario, it's something
That's what I'm
completely
thinking.
different that's also dangerous.
And yeah, and then we can deal with it with all of us.
It's like, yeah, it's just the worst case
That
scenario.
is-
I mean, apart from
That
Krusk.
is what we decided.
Hey,
Where is Krusk?
Torin. I mean, you're no replacement for Krusk or anything, but we can't get Krusk right now. Do you want to come with us to help us deal with this?
I don't know if that would be okay.
I don't know. I mean, I see. It seems like you seem
As
like
your
an
boss, I think you
adequate
should come with us.
replacement. Because we can't get Krusk right now, and I just feel like you might be familiar with slotting into that position.
I'm just trying to figure out if I'm up to it. I don't know.
Okay,
Hey,
well,
Krusk,
you think about it for a
am I-
minute, and we'll get back to you.
Oh.
We're gonna bring you along one way or another, Spence.
Can't hide forever, bitch.
Damn it!
What's it gonna be, Torin?
I guess. Sure.
I get to play him again.
Woo! Even though you're a lower
just
level.
close up.
I say we all catch our breath. We give ourselves a minute to compose ourselves. There's a lot of questions we have, and we need to, I think, let some things play out before we really get solid answers. Torin, collect yourself, get yourself suited up and ready. You know, do whatever you have to do to prepare yourself for this kind of situation. And then, I say we head back and we'll stay at a distance, and you guys can examine the archway, and we'll see if anything happens. Does that sound
got
good?
All
right. 4 hours.
I think at that rest we will call it.
Hell yeah.
I stumbled into playing Torin again.
Aaron,
Party.
Yeah.
how fucking dare you? How
I
very
kind of
dare
super
you?
miss Torin anyway. as well.
I can someday we'll go do Princess of the Apocalypse stuff again.
Once we're done dealing with the fucking Strahd party's problems.
Once we deal with the Strahd party's problems and we seal away Vecna for good, we can go back and
Right?
finally look at what's in the basement of the Earth Elemental cult's fucking
Would I
place.
do something so derivative as to add Vecna into a campaign? Would I do that?
Would you add one of the
Aaron
staple
Parnell
characters of D&D into
Look,
D&D?
look at me. Look me in the eyes. One-eyed.
So that's why you won't let me play the cute cleric to Vecna.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Later,
Bye,
YouTube.
YouTube, you're loved and appreciated.